ride with him. Let's get it.
Good afternoon, folks. This is your boy Abdul. I'm back again with the videos from a long break. We just got the brand new 2023 Tekkens that just arrived. They have come in two series, the spoke wheel and the alloy wheel. They just arrived actually, we're just in the middle of assembling them. A lot of these units have been booked already. Most of them have already been bought, waiting for delivery. So today I thought I'd do this video and sort of educate the new riders on basic tips on how to maintain, how to ride your bike if you're new, and how to maintain just general maintenance of your Tekken. We've been having an issue with a few clients who maybe take their bike and after a day or two they start calling back, oh, how do I do this, oh, this is happening, oh, what is this, oh, what is this. And some of you, I'll be quite frank, are quite lazy. Some of you don't even want to read the manuals we've given you. So I've decided I'll just do a video for you guys. So now today you've bought your bike. This is the Tekken 2023. It's brand new. It's come fully fitted with the boxes and everything. Now what you want to do is the first thing you want to do is make sure you have fuel in your bike. Of course, you're going to ride, make sure you have fuel. Remember, this bike has just been assembled, so you want to make sure there are no any loose bolts or loose nutting. Remember, it's mechanics that have assembled this bike. Some of them are not perfect, so there's a reason. That's the reason why your bike comes with a manual and a toolkit, so you can use the toolkit in order to tighten your bolts and your screws. Now, your bike is brand new, which means it has a 0 mileage engine. Let's check out this bike. Let's see here. Look at that, 0.4 right here. Look, the odometer, look, 0.4 kilometers. You see, which means this bike is zero. Literally, you're gonna be the first one who's gonna start up this bike and ride it off. Now, there are a few things you have to know. This bike comes with oil from the factory. E-oil iko na dawa, it has preservatives inside. Now, what you don't want to do is over rev this engine when it has such type of oil inside the engine. This engine needs to break in. The reason for that oil is for the pistons to be able to break in, so you can smoothly transition the bike to open the engine slowly, so it can give you a smooth riding capability later. The pistons are still hard and they're still brand new, so they need to be worn in slowly using now the engine oil that has preservative inside. Now this engine oil, you're meant to be changing it at 1,000 kilometers odometer, which means from 0 right now to 1,000, there's a way you have to be riding this bike in order for you to give you maximum capability later after you've opened the engine. Number one, when you're riding, there are two things you need to follow. When you're riding, you shouldn't cross the rev meter, or rather you shouldn't throttle up like between gears before you switch the gear, if you know what I mean. Like you don't like go all the way to like maybe 8,000, 9,000 RPM is the time now you're switching the gear. No, you shouldn't do that. What you should do instead is that you should make sure that the throttling between the gears is as less as possible. So the switching between gears is as less as possible. So when you start riding, you've gone from gear 1 to gear 5 very fast. Like you don't let the engine rev before you switch gears. That's number one. Number two, if you're traveling, you want to limit it to 100 kph. This bike can give you even 150 kph maximum speed, but that 150 all depends on how you treat it. It all depends on how you treat it the first time when you're riding it. So you want to make sure that when you're riding, for example, if you're traveling on the highway, if you reach a maximum of 80, 100 kph, simamia tu hapo. Just maintain that speed. That will give you it will give you a nice rev speed or RPM that won't overheat it won't over maximize the engine while it still has that oil, that service oil that is inside. When you reach 1,000 kilometers, bring your bike in for service. Give us a call. We'll send a mechanic to you, or you bring the bike in. What we'll do, we'll change the oil and put for you now the actual synthetic oil. Put it inside a liter, maybe 1.1 liters, because of the oil cooler. and then we'll change your spark plug for you. After that, you can continue up to 2000 kilometers, still maintain 100 kph. Trust you me, if you do that, by the time you reach 2000 kilometers on the odometer, and then you let it, like you let it rip, like you maximize now the engine the way that you want, this bike will give you the best capability you can, like you can't even imagine, like the speed it will give you. I have some customers who take my advice when they are opening the engine, when they are doing like the breaking in period, and then there are others who straight from the shop, they go straight out and maximize the engine immediately. The bike will max out. It will give you a high speed, but it won't necessarily reach your top speed. You find some clients saying, oh, my Tekken gives me a maximum of 130 kph, while my friend's Tekken is going 150 kph. Ask your friend how he broke in the engine. This guy wasn't maximizing more than 100 kph or high RPMs during the first 1000 kilometers while he had the engine. Ni kama mtoto mdogo. When a new baby is born, you don't overfeed them with food or else they'll vomit. You take it slow. So this bike wants you to take it slow for the first 1000 kilometers as you slowly, gradually go into it. It's not at unanunua leo and already you're going into the track and you're starting to race people. No, that's how you maintain your bike. That's number one. Number two, today you're taking your bike. Remember, these tires are different and they're brand new. So you're seeing that tread, it's quite high, the tread. You can see, yeah? So these tires also need to run in. So you want to avoid water areas if you can. If it's raining, I'd advise you to ride slowly until these tires wear in. Until these tires wear in. Remember, they're still brand new. Now, for brand new bikes, you want to make sure it's even written on the tire. It's 32 psi for the front, 32 psi for the rear. You want to make sure both of them are equal for at least the first time while you're still running in the tires for the engine, for the tires, sorry. So it's basic stuff that I'm teaching you guys. Now, number three, there's one thing also that is disturbing a lot of clients. This bike has a carburetor. You can see it's not EFI. This carburetor is called the PZ30 Austrian carburetor. It has a little butterfly valve over here. This is used to adjust the idling. Okay, so for example, your bike is brand new, the engine is still new. You've gone home with it. In the morning, you're trying to start it and it's not starting. You don't it doesn't necessarily mean that, oh, my battery has died, or the bike is not working, or it has a problem. No, it's basically this idling that is low. Now remember this, you go anti-clockwise, you're reducing the idling, you're reducing the fuel to the engine. Clockwise, you're increasing the fuel to the engine. So in the morning when it's not starting, try to adjust this up kidogo, and then try and start again. If it doesn't start, then there's something called a carburetor choke. I'll teach you guys what a carburetor choke is. Some bikes have the choke right here, of which you can pull down in order to start the bike. Once it's started, you pull up. But for the Tekken, it doesn't have it here. Where it is right inside here. I'll take a video or a separate video of the carburetor so I can show you where it is. There's a little butterfly valve right over here. When you buy your bike, you can ask the mechanic to show it to you. You lift it up completely and then you start the bike. Let it warm up, and then the bike itself will tell you it's ready now to be ridden. It will go off again. Once it starts going low on the RPM and it wants to go off, then now you can push the butterfly valve, the carburetor valve down, and then now it's ready to ride. One warning I can give you guys, never ever ride with a choke up. If you ride with the choke up, you'll flood the engine with fuel, and that will cause your bike to stall, and you'll think that this engine has a problem. There are a few tips and tricks you can learn with this bike if you just take your manual and read. If you can't understand your manual, that's why I'm doing this video, so I can teach you guys. If you have any questions that you'd like to ask me on how to maintain your Tekken, please feel free to leave it in the comments of the video, and I'll be happy to answer. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video channel, by the way, so that I can be able to continue giving you guys this content of how to maintain your Tekken. Okay, now this bike is pretty maintenance free. By maintenance free, I mean not unless, God forbid, you enter an accident or something bad happens or an incident, it generally doesn't require any spare parts apart from the normal wear and tear spare parts. By wear and tear spare parts, I mean spark plug, oil change, brake pads, such things. Okay, so not unless it requires those things, it generally doesn't require anything, not unless you enter an accident. I have some people who have even rolled over with this bike twice and the bike has come out fine. It's just this crash guard that has gotten scratched, but this is protected by this right here. So this bike is pretty steady. If you look at its metal, it's quite tough. It's built for the all-terrain. It's a bike built for the African roads. So this 2023 alloy style with full package like this is 325,000. If you want the spoke wheel version right here, this is 315,000 with the boxes. Without the boxes is 15k less, and this is without the boxes is also 15k less. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. As I've said, I'll be really happy to help you guys in order for you guys to be able to enjoy your new bikes as you ride. There are a lot of new riders in Kenya right now on the Tekken. If you guys have any questions or anything, there's a group for Tekken riders that's coming up on WhatsApp. You can also leave your details in the company, and we'll be able to add you in the WhatsApp group where clients can share ideas on how to maintain their bikes, or even share riding experiences, and also group up to do maybe team rides if you guys are interested in that sort of stuff. So I hope you liked this video. It was just a basic video to teach you guys basic things you need to know before you purchase your Tekken, or if you're looking forward to purchasing this bike. I'll be doing more videos on what to avoid with this bike when you're riding, dangers and advantages to this bike in the near future. Please like and subscribe again to my channel so you can support me to continue doing these videos. Thank you so much, and have a lovely day.